Hi, everyone. Today we're going to work on taking more derivatives, right? Of course, it's calculus. We're taking derivatives. And what you'll see in front of you is a formula sheet. Now, you know some of these formulas. We haven't quite gotten to chain rule yet. But what you'll notice down here are many, many derivatives that we're going to need to use in order to derive certain expressions. So, what you might want to do is tear this sheet out of your packet. Maybe you want to write them on a separate sheet of paper or take a picture, because what we're going to be working on, we will need to refer to this often. Another thing you're going to want to do when we work on this worksheet, which was what we'll be doing in this video, is to write these formulas down. These are the double angle formulas that we haven't really used in a little while, but they're definitely coming into play right now. So let's go ahead and get started. So remember, we're still going to use product rule, quotient rule, power rule, all the things that we know. So for the first one, we have to take this derivative. So the derivative, we take 5 times x to the fourth, so the derivative of the first times the second, plus the first times the derivative of the second. And if you notice on your formula sheet, on the first column, fourth one down, it says the derivative of cosine is negative sine of x. Not too bad. All we have to do is simplify this. So we get 5x to the fourth cosine x minus x to the fifth sine of x. And we're done. The second one, we have sine squared of x. So I kind of like to write this as sine of x times sine of x, because then I can use product rule. So for this one, we have the derivative of sine of x. Well, that's in the first column. Third one down, it says the derivative of the sine of x is cosine of x. So we get cosine x times sine x, plus we keep the sine of x, and then we derive sine of x, which is cosine of x. And again, we just use that twice. To clean that up, we're going to have 2 times the cosine of x times the sine of x. And that looks awfully familiar. That is our double angle formula. So we can actually simplify that to be the sine of 2x, okay, our double angle formula. So whenever you have an opportunity to do that, you're going to do that. Let's look at the next one. So we have the derivative of the first would be 4, derivative of 4, which is 0, times the tangent of x. So that would just be 0, plus 4 times the derivative of the tangent of x. So let's look. We're going right down the line. On the first column, the derivative of tangent of x is secant squared of x, minus the derivative of 5 is 0 times cosecant of x, plus 5 times the derivative of cosecant of x. Well, what is the derivative of cosecant of x? Well, if you look in the second column, third one down, running out of space here, it's negative cosecant of x times cotangent of x. And so we're going to have to clean that up a bit. So, of course, we'll forget these zeros. And what we get is 4 times the secant squared of x minus 5 times cosecant of x cotangent of x. So let's see if we can clean that up a little bit. I'm totally out of space here, but cosecant we know is 1 over sine. Cotangent is cosine over sine. Secant squared of x, we could make 1 over sine squared of x. So we could make this one big fraction. I actually think it's okay if we just leave it the way it is. Yeah, I'm actually going to say let's just leave it where it is, because I don't really think cleaning this up is going to do too much. So let's just, where's my eraser? Sorry, I'm a little out of practice here. It doesn't really clean it up that much, so I think it's okay to just leave it as it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and try the next one. We have 4 times the sine of x minus x. So we will take the derivative of the first term, which would be 0 times the sine of x, so that's 0, plus 4 times the derivative of sine. And remember, the derivative of sine of x is cosine of x, minus the derivative of x, which is 1. That's it. All simplified, nothing left to do. The second, on number 5, we have 2 terms, tangent of x and cosecant of x. So we're going to look on our sheet, tangent of x. Tangent of x, the derivative is secant squared of x, minus the derivative of cosecant of x is negative cosecant of x cotangent of x.
Good morning, Madison. Here are your announcements.
Oh, we have announcements. Hold on. Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit. We simply have minus a negative, so we're just going to clean that up. So the derivative is secant squared of x plus cosecant of x times cotangent of x. Okay, I'm going to leave you there. That should be enough to get you moving on this worksheet. Have a wonderful day, everybody.